Karnataka right now is debating on EVMs, and Rahul Gandhi right from the start has rejected EVMs, saying it's rigged under the Modi regime. And so Karnataka now decides to go old school. Just days after Maharashtra delivered a big civic verdict using EVMs, a fresh political fight has opened up in Karnataka. And this time, the debate is not just about who wins, but about how you cast your vote. So Karnataka has decided to go old school. They've decided to move away from EVM machines to ballot papers for the upcoming civic body polls. And this, the Karnataka State Election Commission itself has announced. They've announced that elections to the newly formed Greater Bengaluru Authority, expected in May or June, will be held using ballot papers, not EVMs. The same ballot method will also be used for Zilla Panchayat and Taluk Panchayat elections later this year. The Congress-led Karnataka government says that this is about restoring public confidence, because they've strongly claimed, at least Rahul Gandhi and some of the Congress leaders have strongly claimed, that EVMs under BJP rule has been rigged. Law and Parliamentary Affairs Minister H.K. Patil of Karnataka has argued that doubts around EVM's credibility are only growing, especially in local body elections. Siddaramaiah cabinet had recommended a return to ballot paper voting last year itself, and the Election Commission says that it's now been acted upon. So the Karnataka State Election Commission has decided they'll go with the suggestion made by the Karnataka government. State Election Commissioner G.S. Sangreshi says three things are clear now. Ballot paper are not banned by the law. Supreme Court allows both EVMs and ballot paper. And the State Election Commission has full authority to choose the voting method as well. He has also denied any political pressure in announcing this, saying that the Commission is independent. The BJP has strongly opposed this decision. It says ballot elections have a history of problems like proxy or illegal voting, booth capturing and vote theft, more violence and more post-poll disputes that can happen. BJP argues that EVMs were brought exactly to prevent these issues, but here we're going old school again. Now, Bengaluru's last civic elections, the BBMP polls in 2015, were held using EVMs indeed. But Karnataka Election Commission points out that already ballot papers are in practice even now. Most Gram Panchayat and cooperative elections already use ballot papers. Only Assembly and Lok Sabha elections have strictly moved to EVMs. And also clarifying, the Election Commission in Karnataka says many democracies around the world, including the United States, still very much use ballot paper. The Commission also admits many Bengaluru voters may not be used to ballot voting after 2 decades of EVMs, but insists that paper ballots are still valid, accepted system, and it won't be hard for them to adapt. So, along with this announcement, the draft voter list for Greater Bengaluru is also now out. Total voters in Bengaluru, 8.89 million, men 4.5 million, women 4.3 million, other categories 1,635. This is one of India's biggest and most politically important urban electorates. So while Maharashtra civic body polls showed technology-driven elections through EVMs, here's Karnataka choosing the old school route. They've decided now to go back from EVMs to ballot papers. Stakes are certainly high, but let's see how this is politically perceived. Let's bring in our guest joining us, Dr. Muhammad Amin, former Joint Director, Election Commission of India. We also have Ashok K.M. Gowda, spokesperson of the BJP, Satya Prakash, Vice Chairperson and spokesperson, KPCC. Thanks all of you for joining us. I'll start with our Congress spokesperson on the panel, Satya Prakash. Over to you. Congress is, after all the criticism that you all have made about EVMs, finally you get to go away from EVMs, at least for your local body polls. Give us a little sense of what and why this decision was made. See, at the end of it, Election Commission has announced it, but it appears it's happened on the suggestion and recommendation of the Siddaramaiah's cabinet last year itself. So tell us, why do you hate EVMs and you're okay with ballot papers, despite there were so many issues that came up with ballot papers, which is why we moved to EVMs, but you're not satisfied. Why?
Democracy is all about choice. Elections are the backbone of any democracy. Holding free and fair election is the job of the Election Commission, and it is the backbone and it is the essence of any democracy. Even if one guy has a doubt on the electoral system, we have to listen to that one guy also. But here, in case of EVMs, there are thousands and thousands of complaints. People are still not convinced that this EVM process, the elections held through EVM, especially under the Modi regime, has been free and fair. And when that is the mood of the people, there is nothing wrong for a state election commission to see if going back to ballots will win the confidence of people. It's all about trying. There is nothing wrong in trying, isn't it? We have been using EVM for assembly elections. We have been using EVM for parliamentary elections. But most of the panchayat elections, where number of candidates are more, still paper ballot was used for a long time. And now, since this paper ballot is going to be used in GBA also, and the State Election Commissioner, Mr. Sangreshi, has clearly said that he is going to use the paper ballot in all the local body elections. This will be a litmus test for people to gain confidence. Now people will come to one conclusion, whether really BJP is winning fairly through EVMs. So there is nothing wrong.
But
what has happened is...
But you won 2023 elections in Karnataka through EVMs.
That's okay. See, what I'm telling is, I'm not see. Please try to understand. I'm not saying EVM is bad, but what I'm saying is, few people feel that there is some humbug happening in EVM, and it is a bounden duty of any election commission or any government to satisfy them in a democracy. You have to satisfy them. I and you might be okay. BJP might be okay. Tomorrow, Congress also might be okay. But what about people's confidence? What is democracy?
But you know, there was a survey conducted by the Karnataka Congress as to how much faith they have in EVMs, and you have a majority of people who said they have faith in EVMs. So whose faith are you talking about then? People have faith.
We all know who conducted that. We
survey.
All know who conducted that
who
survey.
Conducted it?
And what was the sample? What was the sample size? That also we know. Sample size is not even 0.05%. So how can we take that? Okay. See, even if there is one guy who says that I don't have confidence on this EVM, it is a bounden duty, because every vote counts. Every voter has a response. The election commission is responsible for every voter. Today, what is happening, Nabila, is what is wrong in trying the paper ballot? You tell me, what is wrong? Let us try it.
It's just a tedious process. Paper ballot is a tedious process. There could be booth capturing. There were issues with that also, no? You also agree that we've come a long way. In fact, India, we should be proud. In India, we've adapted technology in our voting system, which most countries haven't. And Indian population, look at the size of our population. We can't be sitting and doing ballot paper for Lok Sabha and Assembly also.
India is a nascent democracy. You should not forget, India's democracy is just 75 years old. Most of the other democracies who are 150 years old, they have gone back to paper ballot. And having paper ballot in a corporation election is easy, because the total number of votes are not as high as an MLA or an MP election. Easily we can count those votes. It's not a big thing. So let us give it a try. Let the election commission be given a chance to get the mandate of the people, to get the confidence of the people. And
why have you lost confidence after Maharashtra's Civic win? Have you lost confidence after BJP won Maharashtra?
See, winning and losing is okay. Even in ballot paper also we might lose, no problem. But winning the confidence of people is very important.
Okay.
Congress, BJP is not important. The people will get confidence. Yes, the election commission held in the paper ballot, assuming that Congress loses. The people will get confidence. Congress has not lost because of EVM problem. But if there is the other way around, the people will come to one conclusion that yes, we have to try paper ballots in MLA and MP elections, is all I'm saying. Okay. Let us give a try, is all I'm saying.
Mohammed Amin, let me bring in our former election commission officer himself. Mr. Amin, thanks very much. Your take on this. Do you believe we're moving backward? But at the same time, if you really look at it objectively, then countries like the United States still adopt ballot paper. Several countries but the scale of Indian population, I don't know how practical it is. But tell us more. Is it still possible with a civic body poll, smaller elections, more controlled? Is it easier to deal with?
Nabila, just I heard the spokesperson of the Congress, what he was telling us. He is giving the lecture to me. Means he cannot understand and he cannot forget about their history when this was started. He can recollect his memories. This was started in 2004 by the Election Commission of India on the pilot project what is started in Kerala. Why? This was happened at that time, and that was the Congress government. And this was EVM was started by the Congress government. at that time. So a lot of objections were every time we have. Listen, this said that this machine is EVM machine is used by the India, not by the other countries. I'm going to mention it. Just see, this machine is operated by the battery, not by the internet connected. And this is just like a calculator. If you can count 1 to 1, not 1 to 11. Understand? Second thing, the local bodies has the no right to take the EVM machines from the Election Commission's office. And there was a lot of dispute by the Congress government and this Congress fellows. That's why might be they have not asked for the EVM machines. And that's why they've taken the local bodies for the ballot papers. They can use it. Actually, we are responsible, Election Commission of India. So that's why we are using the EVM machines in Assembly, MLCs, MP, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, and President election, not for the local bodies. And we are not spare machines also, EVM machine to give them for the local authorities, like the municipal corporation. Greater Bengaluru authority has just like a municipal corporation, and they want ballot paper, they can do it their own. That is the state body. It is not concerned with the Election Commission of India. And in Election Commission of India, no objection on that. And this EVM machine was targeted by the opposition parties, whatsoever boy. Maybe sometimes the BJP also, sometimes the Congress. But this was challenged in the Supreme Court of India. What they got the result? Supreme Court of India has given the certificate that this machine is very good and for the best for the election. And nowadays, we are not going to the back. We are going to the forward and believing on the modern system of the Election Commission. And we are also giving 63 countries to assistance and the machines also. And,
can I reply to him?
Yeah.
Can I reply to him?
Yeah. If he's done, if he's completed, then you can. Mr. Amin, have you completed?
Everything Satya, my friend. 1 second.
I have worked with the Election Commission.
No, allow, sir, Satya, allow Mr. Amin to complete his points. Sir, have you completed your points?
Yeah, I have completed.
Okay, now Satya, what is it?
No. Mister, there is a popular saying. The crow will always feel, its baby is the most beautiful baby in this world.
No, that's not even an argument, sir. Let me bring in a BJP spokesperson on this.
Give me a chance. I'll tell you why. In spite of it being introduced by Congress, so what? Even if we have introduced, if there is some problem, we have to relook at it. Just because Congress has introduced, that doesn't mean we should not relook. Congress introduced EVM in the right spirit. But EVM under a good government is different from EVM with a government who
used
are
by
not
the
as good.
Commission at the regime of the with concern with the government.
Whose past is dubious? Mr. Modi's and Amit Shah's past is dubious.
But it's still, I don't know, if just out of apprehensions, you're willing to waste resources, Mr. Satya Prakash. How much money will go in printing papers? How much money sir, how much money goes in printing, the printing process, papers, all that? Who's spending?
No,
Karnataka government?
They want to rigging on that. But EVMs, they cannot rig that.
Sir, who has to pay for all that?
Transparency in a democratic process.
But
transparency is ideally supposed to be better with EVMs, sir.
Yeah, the numbers we can reject it.
Transparency in an electoral process is the backbone in a democracy.
Which is why we moved out of paper ballots. And came to EVMs because of better transparency.
Yeah.
Here people are saying the EVMs.
People are saying, or Rahul Gandhi is saying, sir, please make up your mind. Okay.
Rahul Gandhi also is saying, Satya Prakash also is saying, lakhs and lakhs of people on the streets also are saying.
Okay, let me bring in Ashok K.M. Gowda.
Why are you afraid of ballot? Why are you afraid of ballot papers? You tell me. Why are you afraid of ballot papers?
It's just because you're ruling in Karnataka.
The business of the Election Commission is to conduct the election in the country.
Okay, allow Mr. Ashok K.M. Gowda to speak. Mr. Ashok.
The right of the Election Commission, they can use the EVM machines. You have no right to say anything in that. And the Supreme Court has already stamped on that. The machine is correct.
But sir, here Election Commission chief only in Karnataka has announced ballot papers. Do you think the Election Commission itself has announced ballot papers in Karnataka civic body polls?
No, that is the state body. This is not an election commission, not our CEO has done it. And even our CEO has not given
No,
the
but the
information
state
also.
body is very well within their right.
State election commission,
This is
not
the
by
state
national
election
election
commission.
commission.
Yeah, no, the
You
state
should know
election
this
commission,
basic-
yes, Mr. Amin, state election commission has said it, and they say it's not out of any political pressure.
No, no.
Do you believe
Nabila,
there's pressure?
just for your information, this time there was a lot of controversy. That's why the election commission is now ready to give this machine to the state authorities for their state elections. Otherwise, you see, we have given to the, with concern with the other states also. If they want, they're willing it. They don't want, we cannot give it to them.
So what happened
they
to
don't
all
have the trust
this
on the
time
EVMs.
in Maharashtra civic body polls? There were indelible ink. A lot of leaders of all parties except for the BJP said that their ink was getting rubbed off with nail polish remover. If it's so easy to pull it
Rajdeep
off.
has asked me on the same day.
So
Rajdeep
then-
has asked me, man, this is the question of the inquiry. They can inquire it. Maybe they use the.
So that
expired
means even
bottle,
EVMs are not
expired bottle
foolproof.
indelible ink.
But you
That
agree,
was the
sir?
electoral-
You agree that even EVMs are not foolproof?
Now, how you can say, Nabila?
People are able to
Supreme
remove
Court
the
has given
indelible
the
ink with a
certificate
nail
on that.
polish remover. How easy is it to duplicate votes?
Duplicate what?
Come in the name of Ashok Gowda, remove my ink. Again, I can
In
come
case
in
of
the
the
name
ballot,
of
they can
Amin and
misuse
put another
anything.
vote.
But the machines, they cannot duplicate vote.
Why? How? Arey, come on, yeah. Once I will come, you will put deliverable link. I will come and vote on my name. I will go remove it, and again, in convenience with the officials there, I will come in the name of Ashok Gowda and put another vote. Will EVM not take my vote? EVM will take my vote. Come on, EVM will take my vote, isn't it?
We are the
take my
master
vote.
for the election purposes. We know how to operate the machine. We give them training before the elections. We have to the system of that. This is system already adopted by the Congress
See,
party.
All right,
in
allow
2004.
Mr. Ashok K. M. Gada to come in. Sir, please, your take on this.
Okay.
EVM, I know BJP really, endorses EVM and the whole world does. But there are also apprehensions, a lot of unanswered questions. Each time there are questions raised by the citizens, it's like, election commission will respond to or investigation will reveal, but no answers really come. Ultimately, the issue is dead and buried. But, we know that it's not internet operated, it's battery operated, but there are claims that the hardware can be
calculator.
tampered. EVM hardware can be tampered. These are claims that have often risen. What's your take on this? And your take on Karnataka civic body polls going into ballot voting?
See, Nabila, already our independent voice has answered it and is an expert in that. And as well as court has clearly stated, EVMs cannot be tampered, and whatever the tamper proof has to be done, they have already done it. That is point number one. Point number two. Now, elections took place in civic body in six civic bodies in Karnataka last month. And there were EVMs as well as there were ballot papers. Whether it was ballot paper or EVM, in all booths, BJP won with the majority in all the 6 civic polls, all the 6 civic bodies. In spite of that, meaning to say, the Congress party does not understand that Bangalore is a Silicon Valley of India, and Bangalore is in competition with the Silicon Valley of the world. And that is wherein we have to move towards making sure that Bangalore uses the best of technology in its electoral process. They are comparing themselves to the 8-volt process. Why? Because they were experts in chemical rigging, they were experts in booth rigging, they were experts in all those nonsense things which they believe that it can be looted and we can come to power. Even in spite of that, believe me, in spite of that, let them loot, let them do chemical rigging. In spite of that, BJP will come to power. Out of 363 wards in Bengaluru, that is GB area, in 5 corporations, BJP will come to power in all the 5 corporations.
Nabila.
I can bet on this on Satya. That is point number 3.
Nabila,
Point number
Nabila.
4. No, this is not right, Satya.
No,
Please.
allow Ashok to complete. Okay, go on,
This
Ashok.
is not right. I waited for 22
Okay,
minutes.
go on,
Satya
go on,
is
Ashok.
not arrived. Wait.
Okay.
See the point
Go on, man.
number
Go
4.
on, go on.
Whatever it is, we are moving forward. Meaning to say that, if they want to conduct an election in a ballot paper, we welcome it. Only thing is that time will be wasted, environment will be harmed because of the bamboo trees and other things. But Congress wants its ego to be satisfied. They said vote chori. Vote chori turned out to be fake narrative. Bihar, BJP won. And they said EVMs, all technical experts said EVM fake narrative spread by the Congress party is absolutely wrong, and they have something wrong in their mind. That is what is happening with the Congress. Do naach na jane angan teda. That is the concept
Correct,
Congress
correct.
party has. Papa,
Yeah, now.
I request Congress party to
Okay.
have a better advisors for Rahul Gandhi and as well as for Siddaramaiah, and grow up little
Okay.
bit and let us move towards
Okay.
a modern technology.
Okay. Nabila ji,
And you have already screwed up India for several years, and we are moving towards making India as a
don't
Bharat,
use
and let us make India as Bharat.
don't use derogatory words unbecoming of a national spokesperson. Okay, let
Who
me
is
come
this?
back to what my
Who
friend
is
said.
using that? You are using-
Don't use words like screw and all. You're a spokesperson. Don't use such words. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Now I will go on record, Nabila. I am not a hypocrite like the ex-election commissioner or whatever director and my friend BJP. I am okay. Anyone can win. Election is all about people's choice. Whom people will choose, he will win, whether Congress wins or BJP wins. Here the problem is the transparency in the electoral process. What is democracy? It is of the people, by the people, for the people, not of Mr. Amin, not of Ashok Gowda, not of Nabila, or not of Satya Prakash. Democracy is for the people. Today people are having apprehensions on the EVM. Whoever wins, let the Congress win or BJP win. But transparency is very important. Transparency. And now my friend Ashok Gowda has given a challenge. I take his challenge. Why are you afraid of ballot papers if you are so sure of the victory? You are so sure of the victory.
No, one second. Satya Prakash, you are saying that, but even ballot papers is not foolproof, right? There's booth capturing. You can basically rig even ballot papers. You can stuff fake ballot papers into boxes. You can do lots of things. You can tamper with it.
Madam, even now also, someone can go and press all the buttons in the EVM.
No, you can't.
Even now also it can happen.
You can't press all the buttons. You have to press one button.
No, one button every few seconds you can press. That is possible even now. So what is great about it? Forget about pressing every 10 seconds. People are thinking that, if you vote for Congress, vote will go to BJP. That is the fear that the people
But
of
that
India
is
have.
that is a little it's misunderstood. Of course, I highly doubt that can be possible.
No. Madam, when the voting starts, they do test votes. In that it is proved that when you do a test vote, when you put a vote for the Congress, it is going to BJP. It is proved during the
But how
test
did
vote.
Congress win in Karnataka then?
from
And that
the
too
paper
thumping majority you won.
See, what I'm trying to tell is there is a doubt. When there is a doubt, do you want the doubt to be there, or you want
There
the
were
doubt
doubts
to go
on
away
ballot
from
paper
people's
also.
minds?
Instead of going back reverse, you can strengthen the EVM systems. That ideally should have been the way forward. Okay,
Haven't we asked for a paper trail of more than 40-50%? They're not agreeing.
every time the election commission asks for Congress leaders to come and prove, how do you think that EVMs can be hacked? All the leaders, back out.
They're not giving EVM to be touched. They say you should not touch the EVM. The election commission and BJP and agents can touch the EVM, but opposition can't touch the EVM. How is it possible for us to prove it? Give the EVM, we will prove it.
Mr. Amin, why are they allowed? If EC is saying, come, we invite you, tell us how EVM can be rigged, show us if it can ever be hacked, we challenge you. But they're not allowing them to touch the EVMs. I'm not too sure. What is this? Give us some clarity.
I was working there in election commission. I was the chief of protocol. So election commission had asked about that. They can come. They have the proper notice, and our technicians were also there present in the commission, front of commission. But I'm telling you, no one has come, including Congress or BJP, or no one has come. Only one, I think, left party has come. Only one person. So why they are not come to prove that? And that our party minister was saying that in assembly I can prove this is hacked by anyone, but nobody has come there to prove that. How you can hack the machines? The wastage of time has been wastage of time in the voting. Counting system also slow, and this ballot paper is used by within half an hour they can do thousands of votes. But in case of the machine, 17 seconds are needed from command to vote. And after one vote, this is stopped. Nobody can open it, the button. That's why they want the rigging on the election commission side in the EVM, but the EVM cannot do it rigging. In case of ballot, they can rig anything and do anything malpractices at the time of. They can loot also. You can see the Bihar elections. At that time,
नवीन जी, मैं आपसे गुजारिश करता हूँ. नवीन जी, मैं आपसे गुजारिश करता हूँ.
That is the history. You can go to the archive.
नवीन जी, मेरा बात सुन रहे हैं?
अरे सत्य प्रकाश, he's talking in Satya Prakash, he's talking in English. You can talk to him in English as well.
Yeah. Please
What's with stereotyping him talking in Hindi or Urdu? You're stereotyping him by talking in Urdu.
Please
He
give
could
us
be a
10
Malayali.
EVMs.
He could be a Malayali Muslim.
No problem.
Haan.
Please give us 10 EVMs for 10 days. Please give your EVMs for 10 days. This is an open challenge. Please give your EVMs. Whenever you are doing a hackathon of your EVM, you are not allowing the people to touch the EVM.
Himachal Pradesh, in Karnataka, how you win the election in these states?
Okay,
boss,
Mohammed
your
Amin,
election
I just have a question. I
Please,
just have a
election
simple
commission
question
is
and
wrong.
I have barely 2 minutes to spare. Simple question, Mohammed Amin, apolitical, nothing to do with politics, just ballot paper and EVMs. Give us a difference between the two technologies. Of course, ballot paper is simple. It's paper that you write the name of who you want to vote for, and a lot of printing, a lot of ink, all of that, it's a lot of cost. EVMs is a machine that is a one-time cost, but after that it goes out to be cost effective. But otherwise, reason to why we moved away from ballot papers to EVMs, of course, a time constraint also, it's quicker, but otherwise, why is America still using it, ballot papers?
Nabila, I have already mentioned you so many times, and this time also I'm telling you, this machine is used by the battery operated, not by the internet connected.
Sir, but there are claims that the hardware can be tampered with.
This cannot tampered. This is already proved by the technicians so many times in front of the Supreme Court of India, in state election commission.
Okay. So we've got to have faith. We have got to have faith. All right. Anything in this world can be tampered. Let's have faith that that these machines are not. Yeah.
Whom they have given we are using the VVPAT. So in VVPAT you can see whom they have given the vote, at what time, and which candidate they have pushed the button. This is everything is in record now. This is the VVPAT that's used by the election commission to prove that where the blind vote or their clear vote. The clear vote you can see which number they have pushed the button, at what time, and what was the symbol. Everything in the record now.
Okay.
But unnecessarily they are blaming to the election commission. I don't know.
Okay. All right. We have one opportunity that you have. Satya Prakash, civic body polls now. Okay, forget Mr. Amin. Amin is, of course, giving you a lowdown as an election commission former officer. So he has nothing to do with politics, and he's only telling you why the country believes that, the agencies believe very strongly that EVMs are more cost effective, it's faster, it's more transparent. But of course, the Congress has raised doubts, and rightly so. On many levels, you may have had proof as well. On many more, it were false alarms. So some of those cases are being probed by the Election Commission. But to say, to blanket ban EVMs and go back to ballot papers, one is impossible. India will never do that. I think we will be going backward in that sense. But okay, if you want to start with civic body polls and see and check and test what the outcome would be, then here's your chance. The Congress has its chance. The upcoming GBA polls, first of all, is happening after 10 years, 11 years, 10 years.
No. GBA is happening after around 4 or 5 years.
Okay, but BBMP polls also never happened, no sir?
BBMP poll not 11 years. I think 5 to 6 years.
No, 2015 was the last. Wasn't 2015 the last?
Nabila, he does not know the truth. Let him understand. 2015 last elections took place.
Sir, what sir? 10 years it is.
11.
See,
okay, 11 years. I was right.
Local body. See, everyone need to understand one thing. Local body elections are not held by Central Election Commission. It is held by State Election Commission.
Yeah, correct.
State Election Commission. Wait 1 second. Wait. Listen to me. And my friend is there. He knows very well.
Okay, sir. He's defending his government. No, it's the only Karnataka. The only state that Congress is. They are, of course, very passionate about that state.
Here there are two BJP representatives and Nabila sometimes goes towards them. So I am the only guy, so I am supposed to get a lot of
Sir,
time. Okay.
I gave you
See, what
first
I'm
chance to talk. What are you saying? I am actually the most objective and fair. My only thing is I stand by the, I stand by logic, sir. It's not about.
Nabila ji, I ask you a question. Shouldn't we try ballot papers
what
to
is
gain
it?
the confidence of the people?
No.
To gain the confidence of the people.
Okay, so you have your
Shouldn't we
chance.
try ballot papers is all I'm asking.
You have your chance. You have your chance. Now, in the next 2-3 months, GP is going to polls. You've managed to convince the Election Commission. They've announced it. Ballot paper, it is for you. So, you have your chance. But my only logic here is if the same Congress won in 2023 through EVMs in thumping majority, best victory that Karnataka Congress got, then it's a little funny to believe that the all EVMs are rigged. That's just my only stance. And going by extensive studies of the EVM and ballot paper, EVM is a modern, futuristic way of going into elections. Ballot paper is still more old school. You may be able to count it, recount it, but it's slow, it's tedious, not suitable for a country like India. Nonetheless, you have your chance. Let's see what happens.